seems as if you're awake. Well, I mean, it's typical. Woke you up last time. This time, you've done it on your own. It's fantastic, really. Well, yes. Those handcuffs behind you, these are indeed the keys to them. Well, this part in particular is more what people expect. But anyways, besides my obsession with hidden knives and odd preoccupations, I think that we need to have just a tad bit of a talk. I think that's fair enough, at least. You see, recently, I caught you doing something, and you might wonder what that something is. I, on the other hand, know. Oh, there it is. The look behind your eyes when you realize that, no, I do know what's going on. You're not going to get away with it. So, what you tried to do, and it pisses me off so much, is you thought that for some insane reason, you could message somebody who, believe it or not only isn't me, but is one of your ex-boyfriends. Now, as heartbroken as I truly am, first things first, why? I'm very curious. What part of your psyche thought this was a good idea? What type of mind decided that this wasn't just some insane gesture of hope? Would it be? It's not hope. You don't text people like that out of hope. Is it you hoping for escape, maybe? An escape plan? Well, it would have worked, actually, if I hadn't thought of this already. So, very simply, he was a rival after all. I took care of the problem. Yes, it was a quick job. I typically don't, let's say, play with my prey before I eat it. Of course, not saying that I ate him. That would be too far. No, I killed him. Very simply. Disposed of the body. It's kind of a neat idea. I learned it from a serial killer here. And what he did is he put them in vats of acid and incinerated their bodies afterwards. Now the problem is there would only be some black goop left. But, you know, you double up on the acid, change the little formula, there goes the entire body. There's nothing left except for some trace stuff in the acid. But being the biochemistry. Biochemistry. I have never gotten that word in my life because I am definitely not a biochemist. I'm sorry. Sometimes I totally lose my train of thought whilst I'm in the middle of explaining about how much of a genius I am. Being fundamentally broken in the head is so difficult. I mean, I talked to my therapist recently. I haven't told him about you. Of course I haven't told him about you. client privilege only goes so far, am I right? You know, I tell them about you, all of a sudden there's some cops showing up at my door, and they check the basement, there you are. It's a big problem, alright? I don't want to have to deal with that. It's not part of who I am and what I want. Anyway, I was talking to my therapist. I see my therapist after my psychologist. Excuse me. So again, words are very difficult for me because I am not anything high level. Anyways, my therapist, he wonders how I function. I do too, personally. I mean, yeah. Anyways, we were talking about you. You tried to contact your ex. I had his phone, and yes, that was indeed me texting you, saying, I found the house and I'll be right down. Weren't you so excited when you heard that door shut? You thought it was him coming to rescue you. That's possibly one of the most insane things I've ever heard in my life, and I feel bad for you because of that. But that's neither here nor there, or really anywhere, because it doesn't matter. Now, as I get up and walk away and turn my back on you, I hope you don't make the mistake of trying to attack me. You might be unlocked out of your handcuffs. When was the last time you ate? Please, tell me. Oh, a week ago. Maybe you should be nicer, not try to plan these escape attempts, and I will give you food. I think you understand now why I'm the way I am. It's not necessarily just that I'm dealing with things, but also I care so deeply about you. But I can't keep having you do this. It chokes me up. Oh, no it doesn't. You keep looking at me. I'm expecting some semblance of empathy or something like that, but sweetheart, if you're looking for that, you haven't been paying attention. Frankly, it's been a day. That's what it has been. I just can't believe it, you know. I've wasted all this time, done everything really, just for you. You know, think about it. I saved you from working, school, life. I mean, you were texting me. You definitely hated your parents, let's be fair. I saved you from all of that. And you treated me like this. I cannot believe you. It hurts me, actually, physically. No, it doesn't. But let's just say, contacting that fellow, I'm sorry. But even though I'm only hurt a little bit, let me tell you, you're going to hurt a lot. Now, you might be freaked out. You might be like, okay, we had our fun and games, you know, you scared me, but you would never hurt me. And that's not true. In fact, of course I would hurt you. It's, you know, probably one of the most basic things that I would do. I can't believe you wouldn't see this coming from my character. This entire time I kidnapped you. And if you think that I'm not going to hurt you, that's insane. So, here's the deal. Texting takes fingers. Right? Now, we just need to remove some of those fingers, and the problem should be solved. Now tell me if I'm wrong, or if that sounds basically correct. Because to me, it sounds more than basically correct. It is correct. Oh, you're shaking your head at me? No? You know, sometimes I am generally more willing to be more lenient when people make mistakes. You know, it was just your first time. But you know how mistakes go. I let you off this time, no problem, and then all of a sudden, there you are. Trying to escape again. So, I'm gonna go ahead and knock you out now. I hope you had a fantastic time thinking you were able to escape, thinking that somewhere in my character was something that wasn't deranged and insane. Here's the thing. If you turn out to be correct, well, we'll find out after this, won't we? Good night, sweetheart. Hope the bed bugs don't bite.